Let's make some. Yeah. Sorry about this. I really let this go up way too far, so it's gonna take a second. 2021 quarter ring. They're $17 right now. They're usually 20 bucks. Just go to the pick your date listing and then pick or just type in 2021. There are two options, but if you just want the 2021 facing on the outside, that's the one I think you'll probably want to go with. Gosh, this is taking a while. Woo! We're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna make contact. Make sure this is sealed all the way. Alright, if you don't know, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make cool stuff out of coins. If you're interested in that, you should follow me here on TikTok. I posted over 1,300 TikTok videos. There's tons and tons of awesome content. If you ever want to order anything from me, it's easy. All you gotta do is tap the logo at the top of the screen right here, this thing, and there's a link on my profile there. I've got a store, make all sorts of cool stuff. You should go check it out. Let's see how this one came out. Pretty good. Need to move it over just a little bit. Let's see, that way. And if you're liking this live so far, it looks like we got about 100 people in here. Go ahead and tap the screen, see if we can get up to 100 likes. We're at 10 likes right now. I sure do appreciate it. I'm usually making rings, but today I gotta make some of these coins, so that's what we're working on. Thank you. Oh, we got up to 400 likes. Very nice, very nice. Thank you guys. Got some fast fingers out there tapping that screen. I do appreciate it. Now, I don't look at it as wasting. I'm not just kind of doing this for fun. These are all to order, so I make everything to order. So everything here is going to a customer. So someone in the world wanted this enough to pay me to make it, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making orders. Yeah, it's a quarter. They're 2020 National Park back quarters. No, you're good, man. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. There we go. That one is perfect. Perfect. I love lining the ears up just right, getting it perfectly centered. If you'd like to learn about the laws around making coins into jewelry, I have a blog post on my website. You can find it. There's a link in my profile. then there's a button that leads to that blog post. Take you a couple minutes to read. I personally don't like giving out legal advice, so I worked with a lawyer on that blog post. She wrote about half of it. So if you really want to get in depth on like what the laws are and how it works, you can go read that. But it's basically as legal as penny smashers at amusement parks or aquariums. You ever seen those where you get the penny and you put 2 quarters in the machine and then you crank the thing and then it squishes your penny, makes it all long and puts a design on it? I'm doing a very similar thing. But I also make jewelry. Nice. I'm gonna do a couple more of these. So for any of you coin collectors out there, this is something else I got to order for today that I have to package up. These are basically quarter holders, and I use them to just keep my stock and inventory organized. But they can fit 22 quarters in each slot, so that's like 105 quarters in a thing, and they just fit really nice in like a drawer next to each other. So if that's something you're interested in, you can get these on my website. I think they're like 17 bucks. Just thought I'd show those because I got them here on my desk. I don't sell them very often, but I like them a lot. I think they're really useful for keeping your quarters organized, especially if you have like a whole bunch of quarters you go through often. I do not have a gold Alabama quarter. I do have silver, I think. Yeah, I don't work with gold. Gold is very expensive. Do I make the thumb ring I'm wearing? No, I got this at Knott's Berry Farms when I was in high school. It's just a Celtic knot. I really like it, but I did not make this one. I did make this one. This one's a really worn down Morgan dollar that I gold plated just for fun to see like how the gold plating would wear off. Yeah. That one came out pretty good. Yeah, we'll do 3 more of these and then we'll move on to something else. If you guys would like to have a coin ring made here on the live, you can click my link in right here. Click that logo and then the link in my profile. And if you order something, I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll work on it. Just let me know. So that's probably one of my favorite things to do is make jewelry for people on TikTok Live. So if you're interested in that, you know, I'm always down. Yeah, that one came out really good. Very nice. Now we're going to go ahead and do one more. I'll put these up and work on the next thing. If y'all are enjoying the live so far, go ahead and tap the screen. We're sitting at 6,500 likes right now. That's pretty awesome. If you haven't followed me yet, please consider giving me a follow. I really appreciate it. Little stuff like that lets TikTok know I'm doing a good job, and it sends more people my way. So I do appreciate it. There we go. This one went a little sideways. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's what you get when you order handmade. Everything's a little different. That's probably one of the best ones I did today. Hop back over here. Where do you get them from? Alright, what you do is you tap this logo picture up here. This cool logo, and then the link in my profile, and then there's a store on that website you can order from. I'm gonna go ahead and check and see if we have any orders. If you'd like to see what a ring looks like, I can pull one out. Let me know. Quarter, half dollar, dollar, American Eagle. Got these Susan B. Anthony ones that are pretty cool. I really like how these come out. What size are you needing? Do you need something bigger than a 17? The quarter, either state quarters or pick your date quarters are 17 right now. And the quarter coin rings go up to size 13. If you need something bigger than that, I recommend a half dollar or a dollar. It looks like we do have an order for a coin ring here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that coin and we'll make it. It's going to be a Ware Farm 2020 quarter. And the 2020 quarters are actually on sale for $10 right now. You can find those in the deals section of my website. There's a couple options to pick from. And the first step for making this into a ring is we're going to punch a hole in it. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead and type ring into the chat. And we'll get started. I'll just drop it. Looks like we got a couple rings popping up. We got some people want to see this quarter made into a ring. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so the first step is going to be to punch a hole in it. Like I said, to do that, I got to go down to the floor. So down we go. This is like a specialty tool for specifically punching half-inch holes into quarters. You can find it on my recommended tool list on my website if you're interested. It was pretty tricky to track down, but it is my favorite tool to use for this. And we're going to be using a plastic hammer instead of a steel hammer, because steel on steel is a bad idea, guys. So that's why we're doing plastic. There we go. Hop back up here to the 1-ton press. Here's our Ware Farm center punch. I think this one's actually pretty neat. There's a lot going on here for a 1/2 inch punch. Pretty cool. Well, to get this punch out of this tool, I put it upside down on my 1-ton press. Get a smaller punch and we push it out. Like that. And there is our quarter. Pretty cool, huh? Well, since we just punched that center out of it, you can see that edge right there is actually pretty sharp and rough. So we're going to clean that up. And to do that, we're going to use something called a deburring tool. And we got to hop over here because it's kind of a weird angled thing to film. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. But here's some copper shavings from previous coin rings. And this is a deburring tool. So this is commonly used, I think, by plumbers to clean up burrs on pipes. But it's perfect for cleaning up the inside of a coin ring. So that's what I'm going to use it for. We're just going to run it along the inside edge here and really make that nice and smooth. This is going to make the ring more comfortable to wear. I think it makes it look nicer, and it also reduces the chances of this ring splitting when I start stretching and folding it. For anybody who's just joined the live, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings. I'd appreciate you following me and sending some likes on this live video. If you're interested in getting a ring or anything else made by me, you can tap my logo at the top of the screen. And there's a link in my profile there. That'll take you to my website. There's a store there, and you can shop around and see if there's anything you like. That really helps my small business stay alive, and I do appreciate it. And you can get some pretty cool stuff there. So this is kind of the slow, boring part. So like I said, if you wouldn't mind just tapping the screen a little bit while we get through this. I'll start folding this ring pretty soon. Feels good, looks good. I got a nice, smooth, shiny surface on the inside there. No, I don't have any gold quarters. I don't work with gold. Gold is expensive and scary. There we go. So now we're going to go ahead and fold this. To do that, I use this is called a doming block. And we're going to put it back down so that the date's facing out. Put a little ball bearing on top of it. That's going to help fold this into a bit of a ring shape. I guess it's more like a cone at this point. But here you can see Ware Farm 2020 on there. It's looking pretty cool. Oh, we gotta fold it some more. For that, we're gonna use this 17-degree die. And our 17-degree cone. Pop that on there, and that'll help fold it the rest of the way. There we go. Now we're really starting to get a nice ring shape on this thing. I'm making a quarter into a ring. You can see the cut edge here is all rough and scruffed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand that down with some sandpaper. I'm going to do that off screen because the noise is horrific. If you guys wouldn't mind tapping the screen for a second while I clean this up, that'd be awesome. We're sitting at 9,500 likes. That's pretty tight, man. That's pretty good. just broke 12,000 likes. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. And also, during this slow, boring part, if you want to go check out my website, I'm going to be doing this for about another minute. So if you want to hop over there, just go take a look. That would be cool with me. There we go. So we got it nice and smoothed out now. I heard the coin shortage was a myth. I think the banks are just kind of being stingy. We'll go over here. Nope, not illegal. I have a blog post about it on my website. You can find it by tapping the logo at the top of the screen and then the link in my profile. This is tricky. My phone always gets jealous when I move over to my ring stretcher. It always wants my attention. So, what we're going to do here is try and stretch this out without moving my camera around a bunch. Now, this ring in particular is going to be a size 13, which is as big as I can go with quarters. And to get there, I have to use a little bit of help from some fire. So we're just going to stretch this out, shape it a little bit, and then we're going to anneal it to soften the metal up to stretch it out the rest of the way. There we go. It's a lot easier if you check my inventory and see if I have the ring already. There's our ring so far. And right now I'm just waiting for this blue flame to turn into kind of an orange color. You can see it getting more and more orange here. That lets me know it's hit about the right temperature. I'll go ahead and dip it in here, cool it off a little bit. I don't work with gold, I'm sorry. I do work with silver. I do some American Eagle work, which is pretty nice. But gold freaks me out. It's too much to risk if I mess it up. So at this time, I don't currently work with gold. Here's our ring so far. You can see it's got a bunch of fire scale on it. But that's going to be okay. We can buff that off in a little bit. And we're just going to stretch this out some more. Try and get it to a size 13. Pretty good. Having a pretty good day, I'd say. Sitting at 19,400 likes. Not too bad at all, guys. Thank you very much. 19,000 taps on phone screens. It's wild. Alright, go ahead and sand this down just a little more. Getting quarters this big is really touch and go. You really want to be careful not to snap it. See there? The phone getting jealous again. Shoot what I'm doing. There we go. So what I did is I went a little past a size 13 with this one. You can see it's pretty big. And I did that to kind of have some wiggle room to even up the walls and make them more flat. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Pop them into this reducer under here and just try and even them up. Give it a nice flat, even walls. Yeah. Slowly bring it back up to a size 13. Perfect. We can take it over here and get a good look at it. That's a pretty good sized ring right there, I'd say, for a quarter. See if it'll let me focus on it. The Ware Farm on there. But we got all this black stuff on it. And to get that off, we're going to use some steel wool. I'll try and show you guys how I do that here. We're just going to rub this on here. That's going to knock this fire scale off. Okay.
Your wallet? I just need the card.
You can see here it's already starting to get more shiny. But it's still got that dull black in the background, but the higher details get real nice and shiny. We'll just buff that up. And if you guys would like to get a coin ring, I've got a special on the 2020 quarters. They're only $10 right now. It's probably the cheapest they'll ever be. And I'm pretty sure at the end of October I'm going to raise them back up to the regular prices, so now would be a good time to hop on that. If you want to get a specific state quarter, those are $17 right now. They're usually $20. And if you want to pick a date, those are also $17. If you want to get yourself something a little more fancy, I do offer silver rings. So I've got silver quarters, silver half dollars, Morgan dollars, Peace dollars, and American Eagles. If you would like to place an order, the easiest way to do that is tap this logo button up here at the top and then the link in my profile, and you can do this and stay on the live at the same time. And I've got a store on that website, and you can see all the cool stuff I make there. And I'm just gonna let you guys go check out the website real quick while I finish buffing this up off screen. And I'm about done with this one, so if you place an order right now, you'll probably get to see it made. Like whoever does it first. Not to put any pressure on you, but I don't know, I think it's pretty cool to make jewelry live in front of people. So if that's something you're interested in, go check it out, see if there's something you like. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and hit this with a polishing cloth to really make it nice and shiny. But what do you guys think of that so far? Pretty cool? You like it? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you think this ring came out nice. How many orders do I have today? I had 5 orders, but I've pushed through most of them, so I'm open to work on whatever right now. So we made a bunch of Texas cowboy hat keychains. And then we made quite a few of these 2020 skull and crossbone Jolly Roger back quarters. And now I just finished this Ware Farm 2020 quarter coin ring, size 13. Really, the biggest... you would have to get like a silver dollar or an American Eagle to get that big. I don't think I could do a 17 and a half and a quarter or a half dollar. I just need more coin to work with to get that large, if that makes sense. But I'm pretty sure I could do it with a dollar. Yeah, this came out nice. Let's go ahead and polish it up. Just pop these on here so you guys have something cool to look at while I clean this. There we go. Thank you guys again for the likes and watching and the follows. I do appreciate it. Sitting at 25,000 likes right now. That's pretty awesome. Now, I haven't done a fire helmet yet. I have thought about it. But I stay pretty busy with the options I have available, so it's it's a lot to add something new. There's our Ware Farm 2020 quarter coin ring, all nice and polished up. I think it came out really cool. I think we can just set that right there if it'll stay still. Nice. Well, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, if you'd like to see something made here on the live, you can tap this logo up here, then the link in my profile, and I'll make it for you right here, right now. Looks like we got an order in right now. Awesome. Good for you. Let's see what you got. Salt River Bay, size 10. This is the 2020 Salt River Bay quarter. This is going to be yours, bud. Thank you very much for your order. I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead. See, it's not a W mint mark. Y'all go ahead and check it. It's not a W. And we're going to go ahead and punch a hole in that. So we'll clean these up. Go down to the floor and punch a hole in it. Pop it in here. Nice. There's a center punch for that one. It's pretty neat. And there is our punched quarter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clean up that cut edge. You can see it's pretty sheer, pretty sharp. Use the deburring tool to clean that up. Hop over here so y'all can see how I do that. Feel free to tap the screen, send me some likes. I would appreciate it. It helps TikTok know you like what you're seeing, and hopefully sends more people in here to check me out. If you haven't followed me yet, please consider following me. I think I'm sitting at like 40,000 followers on TikTok, which is pretty sweet. Nice. So with the center punches, if you order through my Etsy, there's some options to add them as keychains or as pins, like tie pins. I also make them into mini coins. I've got these coin ring maker mini coins. See that? It's got my website on there, my little logo. I make those out of them. Now we're gonna hop up here and do our first fold. And our second fold. So if you think metal on metal sounds bad, check this out. Yeah, this one's for you, bud. Ooh. Nice and smooth and shiny, though. I live to serve. You're very welcome. Yeah, I get the most complaints about the sandpaper step. Nobody likes that. Sounds like money to me. Well, for anybody who's just joined, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into jewelry, mostly rings. If you'd be interested in seeing me make a ring for you live here on TikTok, like this nice guy did, you can tap the logo, the top of the video right here, and then the link in my profile. There's a store on there, and if you order something, I'll make it on this live for you. Is our ring so far. I didn't anneal this one because it only needs to be a size 10. This other one is a size 13, and to get that far I do need to anneal, otherwise it will snap. I also anneal a lot more when I'm working with silver compared to copper. Copper is just a little tougher. Silver, I'm annealing all the way. Looks like we just got another order in. Looks like they got 2 rings. So we'll be working on those as soon as we finish this one. Speak up in the comments. Let me know who you were. So that's 3 orders for these 2020 quarter coin rings. Right now they're only $10 on my website. That's a pretty good deal. It's probably the cheapest they'll ever be. I just like to have something on there so that everybody can get something. I do have some nicer stuff if you want to get like something silver or like pure silver. I got 90% silver, pure silver. Lots of cool stuff on there. Right now what I'm doing is I'm kind of like kneading this metal like dough. So I'm stretching and reducing and stretching and reducing until I get the shape I want on it. Just kind of go back and forth a little bit. Yeah. Well, I also sand my cut edge really, really well. And if you have any micro cracks there, that's usually where your splits will start. Thank you for your order. All right, man, we're going to be working on those next. I've also gotten a lot better at like feeling like the tension in the ring when I stretch it, so I can kind of tell when it's going to snap before it does, because I've snapped enough to know like when it's going to happen. And at that point, I'll anneal it. Sounds good. Yeah, make sure you get accurate ring sizes. If you don't know your ring size, go to a jewelry store and ask them to size you up. That way we can get a ring that fits and will be comfortable. One of my least favorite things is when people guess their ring size. And then I make a nice ring for them, and they're like, oh, it's beautiful, but it doesn't fit because I guessed my ring size. It's the worst. So really try and make sure you get as accurate as you can on that. Then you'll get something nice like this. This is a size 10 Salt River Bay 2020 quarter coin ring. What do you think? We still got some polishing and cleaning up to do, but it's the right size and the right shape. Go ahead and give me some thumbs up in the comments. Let me know if you guys like that. And then I'll get these quarters for this next order so we can get started on it. I've done some earrings. Right now I only offer one set of earrings. I don't wear them, so I don't really know what people would want, so I don't make them. I wear rings, so I feel like I have a better connection with that. And just making rings is more enjoyable to me. So you think that's a big one. This one's a size 13. Look at that. Yeah, these are going to be polished and tumbled, so they're going to come out a lot shinier when I mail them. So it looks like we've got a size 9 back quarter. That'll be this one. And a 1983 size 9. Y'all go ahead and tap the screen while I fish this quarter out and we'll get started. We're gonna make some more rings. Woo! I think this lab's going pretty well. What do you guys think? Morgan Silver Dollar? Yeah. this is what they look like. I don't know. I usually send them out really shiny. Like this one's a little rough because I've worn it. And I kind of played with some liver of sulfur with it. But the basic shape and design is there. This is a Morgan silver dollar with the tails facing out. And I think these are $170 on my website right now. They're pretty cool. Alright, so we got our next 2 quarters. Let's go ahead and make some rings. And just for those who like that Morgan, this is what it looks like with the face side out and the date out. Like I like the stars, but her face right here is just really unflattering to me. And I prefer the detail on the back to it. You get the "In God We Trust" and these nice floral patterns in the United States of America. I just think it looks better with the back out. So that's my side. Yeah, get sized, come back, order something. Yeah, these Morgans are really, really nice. I actually wear a Morgan. This is a Morgan, but it was like super coal. So like the details are really, really faded out on it. And I figured I couldn't sell that one, so I just made it for myself. And then I gold plated it. Well, let's punch a hole in these and make them into some rings. One down, one to go. See here, I did the string thing. It says 17.5. Every place I go doesn't have a size for me. What size do you need? Oh, you did the string thing to try and measure your finger. And every place I go doesn't have a size for me because your finger's too big. Maybe try like a craft store, like Michael's or like Hobby Lobby. And they could have those little keychain looking ring sizers. And you might be able to just size your ring on one of those real quick and then hop out of there. Does that make sense? There's our quarters so far, and we're going to go over here and deburr them real quick. Man, that's a bummer. Yeah, because I found like the string test or like measuring with like measuring tape doesn't really give you an accurate idea of what your ring size is. I suppose you could try on a couple rings like at a jewelry store if they have large enough ones. find one that's comfortable and then figure out what size that is. That's my, that's tricky. Man, that's a real bummer. I wish I had a good recommendation for you. They've got these kind of like zip tie looking ring sizers. You can get them on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. Maybe like $1 to like $3. That might be a good way to go about it. But I'm not sure what the max size on those is. It might be like too small. But it's worth a shot. There we go. Not wanting to zoom in very good. That's all right. What's my favorite coin to work with? I really like working with dollars. But since I tried American Eagles, I'm dead about them. Like, they come out so cool. Like, look at this. 2020 American Eagle. It's just gorgeous. So currently these are my favorite to work with, my favorite to make, my favorite to wear. They're really nice. And I actually offer these as a couple set. I can make 2 rings out of the same coin. Hey! Thanks for joining the live. Yeah, we're just making some rings. But, yeah, this set's really nice. Yeah, we're about halfway through a couple quarter rings. I'm doing good. Doing good. We're just folding them up over here. Thank you. Ooh. The one you have goes up to size 19. So he was thinking it's like 17 and a half or something like that. Are you just using an arbor press? I've got this this 1-ton arbor press, and then to punch like holes in like bigger coins, I use this 12-ton. But I don't use that one very often. I also use it to stamp these skull and crossbones and stuff. But most of the time I'm on the 1-ton. It's my workhorse. I mean, I'm pretty strong. Oh, there it is. I anneal the silver, but that's more for the silver's sake than mine. Say the silver is weak, it snaps, because I am so strong. So I'm going to go ahead and sand the cut edges of these real quick. The noise on that is not super great. So if you guys will just tap the screen while I get that taken care of, we'll go ahead and stretch these out. what do I use to punch with? What do you do with the punch outs? Okay, I actually make these really cute, like, custom coins with them. And this one's unfinished, so it usually has like black where all the lettering is and where the logo is. But this is the example I have on hand. And I also make them into keychains and like pins you can put on your tie. Like I'll put them on these things. Or I'll make keychains. And I have had a couple people ask me to like stamp the center punches with this stamp and make earrings out of them. So that is available on my Etsy. I haven't made very many of them, but that is something I've done. I don't really like earrings too much. I like making rings. What do I do with all the shavings? So far, I just keep them in little buckets. Like one day I want to get the equipment to melt it down and cast some stuff, but for now that's just kind of saving them for that day. Just setting it aside. There we go. We got these all nice and cleaned up. Now we're going to stretch them out. Hopefully my phone will stay put. It likes to move around while I use my press. Okay. It's already getting wild. So calm it down. Stay put. Just throw these on the ring stretcher and stretch them out. Go. Hop back over to the 1-ton press. Do I tumble or hand polish? I do both. See, here's my tumbler, and then after it's done tumbling, I'll hand polish with a jewelry polishing cloth. How does the ring stretcher work? It's actually pretty cool. So this is shaped like a ring mandrel, so it's thinner at the top than it is at the base, and then there's this kind of spike in it that's cone shaped, so it's also thinner at the top and wider at the base, and it moves up through here when you push the handle back, and that pushes out these are called splines, and that pushes them out against the ring and stretches it outwards from the inside of the ring. It's actually really cool. This is a super useful tool. I wish I got it sooner. But honestly, I couldn't afford it. This was like $120. So it took me a little bit of time to save up to buy that. But now that I have it, I use it basically every day. It's very useful. A lot nicer than just hitting a ring like on a mandrel, which will tear up your hand. It takes forever. Looked at your vids. Thanks. Yeah, I really try and put out good information out there. I try to put out like content that I wish was there when I started. Oh yeah, her stuff is great. You were talking about her. I'm over here getting all self-conceited. No, she's fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little frazzled when you came in here. I was like, oh man, someone who actually makes jewelry is watching me. I better not screw up. She will see through my lies. So far, so good though. There we go. Oh man, I watched a video where you had this like silver platter, and you were punching bats out of it, and you just cut that thing straight in half. It was like, holy cow! She's just gonna cut it. She's just gonna cut it in half. I was like, that's awesome. I was very impressed. Yeah. That bat stamp is pretty cool. Or punch. I'm not sure if it would be a punch or a stamp. I haven't seen anything like that before. That was neat. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks fun. Check the sizes on these. I lost my mandrel, but I'll let you guys look at how they're coming along so far. We've got a nice ring shape to them. They're still a little dirty, so we'll polish them up and get them real shiny. Yeah, she works on silverware. I've been doing this a bit over a year. Every day. I could easily say I became addicted to making jewelry, which is really kind of weird for a man in his mid-30s, like, who's never made jewelry before, but let me tell you what, I really enjoy it. It is fun. Is there different equipment I want to buy? I'm getting new tools all the time. I actually had to stop ordering stuff this month. I've got a new disc cutter coming in. I just got a gold plating kit that I've been playing with. That's what I did with this ring. I gold plated it. And I've got a couple other things in the mail. So I've got some new stuff. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to not buy new equipment, especially when, like, you can see in your mind's eye, like, the opportunities if you had just one more thing. If I just had one more thing. Every time. There we go. So these are nice and sized. I'm going to go ahead and hit this one with some steel wool and polish it up. But I mean, the return on investment is pretty decent. It's nice how this kind of hobby became a business that, I mean, it paid for itself, and now it's helping me pay my rent. So it's pretty cool that I get to do something I enjoy this much, that other people enjoy this much, that can also pay my bills. It's pretty cool. There's that. And we're going to send these through the tumbler. Yeah. Well, it is, yeah. And I mean, like, the tools I started with, they're super caveman, guys. Like, it was like a hammer and a mandrel, just banging for hours and hours and hours, trying to bend and shape coins. And I've definitely gotten better, but new tools are a big help. Yeah. Well, it's been, like, I've had a lot of help from TikTok. It's pretty cool that I've been able to grow so well. Like, I couldn't do that with YouTube. I couldn't do it with Instagram. But TikTok was just like, do your thing, man. And that's really nice. It's a very supportive platform. Like, there are some trolls on here, but I'm not too worried about them. I like just sharing what I do. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. We've got a couple finished rings. Let's see if we have any open orders to work on. I'm going to go ahead and throw these in the tumbler. If you want to get in 1970, you can do that. Just go to the pick your date quarter coin ring listing and put your size in, and I can get started on that. You have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Made my day. I do not offer the ring on my thumb. I got that at Knott's Berry Farm in high school. I've worn it for like 18 years. It's pretty cool though. It's a Celtic knot design. It would be neat if I could get a coin with that design around the outside that I could make into a ring, but so far I haven't found one. Well, I'm just going to film this tumbler for about 2 minutes. If you guys want to go check out my website, you can click the cool logo at the top of the screen and go see some stuff. If you order something, I'll make it right now. And I'm just going to take a little break and let my tumbler do all the hard work. What's this thing for? It helps clean and polish the ring, and it does it in about like 10 times as fast as I could. You'll see the results once we take them out. They're going to look really nice and shiny. It also helps smooth them out so they're a little more comfortable. Rings. That should be pretty good. So those are the coin rings that were ordered during this live. If you would like to order a coin ring and have it made during the live, I'm all caught up, so I can make a ring for you now if you'd like. Yeah, polishes them up, makes them shiny, smooths them out. They're still a little wet, so I'm gonna dry them off. And polish them up with the jewelry polishing cloth. Make sure we get them nice and shiny. What are you having trouble with? I'm gonna go ahead and follow you. If you're following me, you should be able to message me and we can talk about what's going on. The order was shipped to the wrong address. I copy and paste the addresses into shipping. So if it was sent to the wrong address, it's probably because the address was entered in wrong. I've had that happen once before, where the person put the wrong address number and it went to their neighbor. Did you order through my website or through my Etsy? I can try and look it up. Sent to Texas, I'm in Louisiana. That's very strange. What did you order? Trying to figure out what it is. What happened there? One ring? What kind of ring was it? Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that would happen. 1977 quarter. Do you mind if I ask what the first name on the order was? It'll make it easier for me to look it up and see what happened there. Charles. Because I want to make that right. That doesn't sound right. We need to get that fixed. Yeah, this is a 1983 quarter coin ring. Was it through the Etsy, Charles? That's super weird that it would ship to a whole different state. Okay, so I'm looking at the wrong place. Bear with me just a second, guys. We're dealing with a shipping error, and I want to get it figured out. You have the PayPal info? Do you know the date it was ordered on? I'm sorry to ask so much questions, but it's hiding from me. IWXEO. I'm looking. Bear with me. I'm sorry. IWXEO. Okay, I see it here. It's a size 13. Should have gone to Louisiana. Huh. That's weird. I tell you what. I'll ship you out another one. That's weird. So let me make a note of that real quick. You want to watch me make it again? I'll make it right now. I'm really sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. That's very strange. Yeah, let's go ahead and get your replacement there. That's really weird. Let me just find you a 77 real quick. There we go. What does my quarter stash look like? Do I have every year? Well, the dates are kind of ransacky. They're in this container. So I've got 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And they're not really organized in any way. They're just across like this. And when I'm looking for one, I'll look through this part and then put the ones I look through in here. So that's what those are. So that's a little Wild Westy. I'm not sure if I have every date, but it's pretty close on those. And with the state quarters, I'm a lot more organized with them. So I actually designed my own like 3D printed holders, and I have all 50 states across here. And then they've got like the little abbreviations of the states so I can find them pretty quickly. And then these are just some other quarters, like these are 2020 quarters. So this is much more organized than those over there. Yeah. And there's our quarter, center punched, and we're gonna go ahead and deburr the inside edge real quick. Do that, we'll hop over here. My charger cable's not wanting to work with me very much. Oop, almost knocked that over. That would have been bad news. Well, it's interesting because the caveman tools were my initial investment, right? And I would say at that stage, like the first 3 months, I spent probably like $170 on tools. And then from those tools, I made money. And I paid those tools off. And then I made a little more money. And I bought better tools. So while I've probably spent about $2,000 on tools altogether, my initial investment was just that $175, and then I just compounded it from income made using them. So I never had to put any more of my like personal money back into it, which was pretty cool. And like I was actually able to pay myself back that initial investment too. And that happened about 9 months in. So that took a while because I kept buying tools. But eventually I got to the point where I was like, I need to stop buying tools. I need to pay myself back. And then I zeroed everything out at about 11 months and basically started a business. And that's where I'm at now, where like the coin ring maker is like a separate entity. It's like not a hobby anymore. It's like a business I own, which is pretty neat. That being said, starting a business isn't super easy. Like, I gotta do everything. Marketing, sales, customer service, production, shipping, design. Here's our ring so far. And since this one's got to be a size 13, I'm going to go ahead and anneal it. Pliers. Square with all the holes. That's the other small holes for. I'm not sure what you mean. Square with all the holes. This thing? The doming block? Is that what you mean? That's just for doming smaller pieces of metal. So if you just want to like make a specific size divot in a piece of metal, you would just select the size you wanted. Fortunately, this one perfectly fits a quarter, so I use it to fold quarters, and I also use this one to make the divot in my cowboy hats. So it's a pretty useful tool. And I also use it to hold my phone while I film my ring stretcher. So it props it up a little bit. Multi-tool for sure. And like I said, this one's a size 13, so we gotta stretch it pretty big, pretty much to the limit of what I can do with quarters. So I really got to be careful once we start getting close not to overdo it and snap the band. And flipping the ring over puts pressure on different parts of it, so it's less likely to snap. Check the ring size. Just past this 13. We want to go a little further so we can get a nice shape to it. And then we'll put it in these reduction dies down here. These things. Kind of cone shaped, and it's going to make it go from this kind of cone shape to a more straight wall ring. Like that. Check our size again. Usually I go back a little higher than a 13. Yep, it's 12 and a half, so we gotta stretch it out a little bit more after shaping it. About half a size. And there we go, 1977 quarter cornering. Alright, I gotta go, guys. I will ship this out to you. I'm sorry about the mix-up, but this is on its way, okay? Go ahead and message me, and we'll work out the rest of that, okay, bud? Y'all have a good day.